Copper chain a game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 18 of the NFL.
Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robertson, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great...
Akers hit. He coughs it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 2nd and 9. Stafford to the right side and complete to Jefferson. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? And
it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. Touchdown number on the season.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Here's Presley Harvin now.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
First down, here's Mitchell.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Attention, grounding.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Stafford now to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. To the air again, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Eric Armstead. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Drake Jackson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And brought down there by Taylor Rapp. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 9, Lance being chased out left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Brandon, there was more in his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
He's got this to Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Stafford here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Again, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like
touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On play action, Lance. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it, They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Going right back to Akers. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Back to throw, Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Javon Kinlaw picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this one is right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Niners extend their lead yet again. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
From 5 yards further back, the extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Rams ready to go on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll go again here.
And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Lance going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lance going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. And his throw here is is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Taken at the 37, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Stafford. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They run over center with Mitchell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing is Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford.
Going for Jefferson downfield. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Stafford. The quick slant caught. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's Stafford. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that. Cliche. All right, maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
he's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Fighting to stay upright. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Gay is on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
On 1st down at Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10, Stafford again.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
a leap, and he will make the catch. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
A give here to Mitchell. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Throwing again is Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time through the air. And even 50 yards. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for San Francisco, they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles,